Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family. So be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Today I have some really pretty eyeshadow palettes to share with you. One of them is even called Pretty, and this is from RAINE. This is their new Chic collection that was released for spring 2022, and I am super excited to dive into these 4 6-pan eyeshadow palettes. Each palette retails individually for $16, or you can get the bundle of 4 for $63, and it is all in stock right now on the RAINE website. I will of course have it linked in the description box of today's video, along with the other makeup that I'm wearing both on and off camera. Some of those things might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Now guys, I'm gonna be very honest with you. If you saw my Instagram yesterday, you saw that I did a reel with these 4 palettes, and if you read the caption, yes, I did indeed forget that I had ordered this collection. And so I knew I had a package waiting for me at my front door, but I could not figure out which one it was, and it was coming from the USPS. So I'm like, what did I order that the post office would be delivering? I went looking through my emails, couldn't find it. I guess I had deleted the shipping confirmation from RAINE. I have no idea what happened. Needless to say, I was very pleasantly surprised yesterday when I got home from work to see these beautiful palettes waiting for me at my door. So this is the first palette. This is the one called Pretty. And how pretty is this color story? Really awesome. I cannot wait to dive into this. Just spoiler alert, they swatched amazing. I will include the swatches before I get into the 4 look tutorial, because I'm going to be doing 1 look with each palette. This next one is called Sunset. I know a lot of you on Instagram were very excited to see this beautiful orange palette. So I'll definitely be creating a look with this one. Then they did give us a neutral palette for all my neutral loving beauties out there. And guys, the shimmers in this palette in particular, beautiful, amazing. I love the corresponding shimmer and matte shades that are in here. This is a really nice neutral palette, and for $16, I definitely think it's worth picking up, especially if you've never tried RAINE before. It's a nice way to try the brand for not a lot of money. Last but not least, maybe this is the one that sold me on the whole collection. This is the Wealthy palette, and of course, it is a green palette. I love green. I mean, look at the shade right here. This shade is so pretty, and then paired with this one, oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna leave the green and the neutral. I'll leave them for the second round, and then this first round, I'm gonna be working with Sunset and Pretty. So if you wanna see this new RAINE Chic collection in action, keep on watching. Alright guys, so I did change lenses, so I'm using a different lens, one that I really don't use too often, but I know some of you have wanted more of a close-up look when I create these eye looks, so hopefully this will be exactly what you're looking for. So I've already primed my eyelids using the Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. I haven't seen that at Sephora. I think that, I don't know if it's sold out or maybe it's going to be discontinued. I hope not, because I know a lot of people here on YouTube, they rave about it, they use it. That's how I started using it. So we'll see. If I can find it, I'll have it linked, but if it's not linked, it's just because I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna go in first with the Sunset palette. This is the orange palette, and I think I'm going to be focusing on the yellow shade right here, which is called Sunset. Now the lipstick and lip gloss and lip liner that I'm wearing is from the Botanical collection from RAINE as well. That collection was released, I think, like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. I did review it, so I'll have it linked up above in case you want to check it out. But in case you are wondering what the lippy is, it is this one right here, and this one is in the shade Lotus. And I'm going to be using a BK206 to really pack that on the crease. I love a good yellow shade. And this looks like it's a beautiful one. Now you'll see I'm just stamping because I really want that payoff. And it'll get blended as we go through the motions. I think I want a really bold orange lower lash line. So I might just end up doing this matte shade and a shimmer shade on the lid, and then using the other shades on the lower lash line. We'll see. Or maybe just one matte and two shimmers up here. So I do want to make sure I use all 6 shades in all 4 of the palettes, just so I can try everything out for you guys. Love that. Look at that yellow. Oh, I wish the sun was out. Today's a better day weather-wise, but it's still not where I want it. I think I'm going to go in, let's see, I'm going to go in with this shade and then this shade. These are the only 2 shimmer shades in the palette. So I'm going to start with Sundown, and then I'm going to incorporate Twilight. I might save Twilight like for the inner portion, or do Sundown all over and then save this for the center of the lid. We'll see. All right, so I'm taking Sundown on a damp Morphe M124. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. And I think I am going to apply it all over. So taking it to the inner corner and then all the way out here to the outer. Now this shimmer does have a bit of texture to it, but the next shimmer that we're going to use, that more gold shimmer, that's going to have more texture. So if you want to use a glitter glue glitter primer, I think that would help prevent fallout, because usually when they're textured like this, you do get some kind of fallout. I haven't felt anything yet, and I don't see anything. But if not, definitely spray your brush like I do. That also helps with the intensity of the shimmer. Now I think what I'm gonna do, just so I don't have like a harsh line there, I'm gonna go in really light-handed with this matte orange, and this one is called Evening. And I'm taking that on a BK Beauty A504, and I'm just very lightly blending it along the edge. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This one is called Twilight, and I'm gonna pick some up with my finger. This is like a copper shade. I'm just gonna apply it to the center, and I'm also gonna use this for the inner corner. You'll see it just adds a bit of dimension to the first shade, the first shimmer. Ooh, that's so pretty, but look, I did get a little bit of fallout. All right, so for the lower lash line, I'm gonna be using these 2 shades right here. They're both matte. I'm gonna start with this one and then tight line with this one. And I'm gonna be using a BK A207. I'm sorry, not an A207, just a 207. You'll see how I'm bringing it down some. That's why I chose this brush. It's a little bit bigger. And it's like the perfect size to just drag it down, but not too far. And I'm gonna take it all the way to that inner corner. Now on this BK 204, this is what I'm gonna use for that darkest shade. And I'm just gonna keep it along the lash line. This is like a little smudger brush, perfect for doing this type of work. All right, this is exactly what I wanted, a really deep, smoky lower lash line. Now I'm gonna pick up some more of Sunset, which is the yellow, and just kind of blend it right in here. Now on this pencil brush, I'm going in with Twilight, which was that copper shimmer. Wow. Okay guys, I'm gonna add some liner and mascara. I'll probably do lashes on the second round, but not on these first 2 looks. And I'll be right back to show you look number 1 with the Sunset palette. Alright guys, I did decide to add some lashes, and these are from the BH Cosmetics and Iggy collaboration. One of the only good things that came, unfortunately, out of that collection. And then for the lower waterline, I went in with a ColourPop cream gel liner. This one is in the shade Bay Breeze. This is a new shade. It is available at Ulta. And this is the completed look. Oh, and for mascara, I am using the new one from e.l.f. Lash Beats Mascara. Amazing new mascara for $6. Highly recommend you check it out. And this is the completed look. Let's jump over to the left eye and start working with the Pretty palette. Okay, so for this particular palette, I think I'm gonna go in, I love the combination of purple with these two shades. I'm gonna start with the purple. That shade is called a Boogie, and I'm gonna be working it on the outer corner as well as into the crease. I'm taking that shade on a Rephr 14. So I'm just gonna start blending. Wow, this purple is so pigmented. Now I definitely I want to keep this as the shape, so I'm being careful not to blend too high. But wow, that looks really good. That's a good purple. And now I'm going to go in with Daydream, which is this deeper pink. Wow. That is super pigmented. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of the purple. Wow, this look got really deep and dark all of a sudden. I mean, I don't mind at all, but ooh, go in light-handed with these shades. I mean, and they built into one another really well. You just got to blend a little bit, but since these are such dark shades, you want to make sure that you get a good of a blend as you can. And I think that looks pretty good. I like the way all of that looks. I think I'm just going to go in with this shimmer shade. Taking that on a damp Morphe M124. Wow. I'm not taking the shimmer too high. I want some of that gradient to show. Just right here on the lower lid. Okay, I like the way that looks a lot. Let's move down to the lower lash line. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to use these two matte shades right here. I'm going to start first with the lighter one and then use this closer to the lash line. Using a BK Beauty 207. Now taking the shade Sweetheart on a BK 204. Going back with Secret Admirer, which was the first shade, the very light pink. Now I'm going to take in the shade, it's so cute, Booked and Busy. And I'm going to spray this pencil brush. Now this is definitely one of those shimmer shades that has texture to it. Alright, so you can clearly see I got fallout. But definitely if you have some glitter glue or glitter primer, use it. It'll help out a lot. Alright guys, so this is the completed look before the falsie and eyeliner. Let me pop off camera, add those finishing touches, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look with the Pretty palette. Alright guys, so here is the completed look with Pretty Chic. What do you guys think? I added, of course, the other lash on the lower waterline. I went in with this one from LA Girl. It is a Shockwave lip liner. It is in the shade Pop. And then, of course, some of the e.l.f. mascara. And I really wasn't expecting this look to turn out like this, but I'm not mad about it at all. I think it looks really cool. wow. It was just more dramatic than what I had envisioned for the palette, but now you can see you can create this dramatic of a look from this little palette right here. This is a cute one. I like this. I like this color story a lot. Again, you don't have to go as deep and dramatic as this. You could very well have, you know, used less product, a lighter hand, and you could achieve something totally different. But I used all 6 shades in this palette, as well as the Sunset palette, and so far, so good with both of them. Now, unfortunately, I gotta go wipe off both of these looks, but only so I can come back so we can start playing with these 2 palettes. All right, now time for the green palette. This is the Wealthy palette. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. Okay, I want to start with this in the crease. I know that automatically, and then I will build into the other shades. This looks stunning. The shimmer shades in this palette, they're gonna be extra special. So I'm gonna start working the shade in the crease. I'm using a BK Beauty 206. Kind of like what I did with the yellow shade, I'm just stamping it. Then I'm lightly gonna blend out these edges. So I'm gonna go in with this medium tone green right here, and I'm gonna be working that in the crease. That's a nice green. Look at how well those shades are blending with one another. I'm gonna go back in with the first shade. Bring some of the first shade down in here. Now I'm gonna take the same A502 brush from BK Beauty, and I'm gonna go into the deeper green. I'm just stamping it right here. I want to keep that gradient visible. I'm cleaning off the brush, and I'm going to go back in with this other green, the second one. This one's called Currency. Now I'm going to use this beautiful green shimmer on the lid. And I'm taking it on a damp Morphe M124. Wow. That is beautiful. I did feel fallout. There's something about a green shimmer shade. It just puts me in the most amazing mood. Could look at green shadow, green shimmer all day long. I'm going back in with the deep green. This one is called Bank You Next. The whole palette is money themed, aka the Wealthy palette. Now for the lower lash line, I think I'm just gonna go in with this matte shade. This is the only shade, these two are the only shades I haven't used, but I'm gonna reserve this for the inner corner. So I'm gonna be packing this all over the lower lash line. This one is called Stock Paper Scissors. And I'm using a BK Beauty 204. This is like a true Kelly green shade. I'm just gonna take this brush to blend the edge. I'm gonna pick up the shade Expensive. This shade reminds me of the shade that was in the Pretty palette, that white shade. It is a very textured, oh wow, textured shimmer. Wow. Okay, I obviously put way too much. Like, that's just, wow. Oh my god. So that was more pink and purple leaning. This is definitely more green. I'm gonna pick up Stock Paper Scissors. Wow, that is a very intense shimmer. I definitely picked up way too much, and now it doesn't want to come off. And there is fallout. Like, you can clearly see there's fallout. Okay guys, I'm going to add some falsies. mascara, liner, and I'll be right back to show you this cleaned up look. Alright guys, so here's the completed look using the Wealthy Chic palette. I love it. It's green and it has sparkly green. I mean, wow. Can we talk about the inner corner? Guys, you only need to use a little bit of that shade. It's definitely going to go a long way. I did my best to kind of remove what I could. Got some more fallout down here. So yeah, you might want to do your eyes first, or just lay down a good amount of powder. That way you can wipe everything away. But other than that, I love these green shades. I thought this palette was beautiful. The same BH by Iggy Lash for the lower lash line. I went in with this new one that I got from LA Girl. This was part of my Beauty Bay haul. This is the Pastel Dream eyeliner in the shade Magic Mint, and that's what I have on the lower waterline. I haven't been using any eyeliner on the top lash line just because I'm going in with the Falsie, and I like the way that looks. I like the way it looks without having to use eyeliner up there. All right, guys, we have one more palette to try out, and it is this one right here. So let's get started. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna approach this palette the traditional way that I would like a neutral palette. I'm gonna use all three matte shades like in the crease, and then I am going to incorporate the shimmer shades after that. So I'm gonna start first with this lighter shade, blow it out all over the crease, and then I'm gonna build into the other two brown shades. And I'm using a BK Beauty 201. This is the perfect brush for doing this type of work. Now there's a little bit of kick up in the pan. I noticed it more when I use different styles of brushes. So like with this particular brush, I'm seeing some kick up in the pan, but then I really didn't notice it with other brushes. So now on a BK Beauty A502, I'm gonna dip into this shade. Oh, this is a nice crease color. A nice shade of brown. Maybe you'll want to pick up like this palette, the Neutral Chic, and then maybe get a fun color palette if you don't pick up all four. The brown and the green would look really nice. As with the orange. I'm going back in with the first shade. Now the same BK Beauty brush, I'm just gonna dip into the darker shade. And I'm really gonna just keep it right to this area. Okay, so now I'm just gonna work with all three shimmer shades on the lid. And I'm going to start first with the darker one. This one is called 24 Karat. And I'm going to start placing that right out here. Another very textured shimmer shade. Wow, look at that payoff. Okay, same brush. I'm just going to flip it around. Now I'm going into the lighter gold, and this one is called Spoiled. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the very lightest shade. That one's called Table for Two. Wow, this is a nice little neutral palette. Definitely doesn't feel neutral with these amazing shimmer shades. Now let's do some work on the lower lash line. I think I just want to do the darker brown, kind of really smoky. Let's try that. I'm using a Rephr 26, one of my favorite Rephr brushes. Perfect size, look at that. I could have even used this for that inner corner. Let me see, I'm gonna add a little bit of that medium brown. It's called Satin. Right here, just to kind of clean up this little crease. I love this. Let me go add those finishing touches and I'll be right back to show you the completed look with the Neutral Chic palette. Alright guys, so here's the completed look with the Neutral Chic palette. For the lower waterline, I just went in with a really old NYX pencil. It is like a nude eyeliner, and that's what I used for the waterline. The same lash, same mascara, and this is the completed look. I love it. I think this is a really nice neutral palette. This would definitely pair well with a couple of the other palettes in the collection, or just as a standalone palette. So let me wrap up today's video, share with you guys my final thoughts on the Chic collection from Colored Raine. Alright guys, so after using all of the shades in all 4 of the Chic collection palettes from Colored Raine, I have to say that this is a pretty awesome collection. None of the shades gave me any trouble as far as blendability and building them up. I mean, they're all super pigmented. The shimmer shades are crazy pigmented. I mean, these shimmers are textured and they pack a punch. I highly recommend either doing your eyes first, well, maybe doing your eyes first, or if not, laying down some setting powder, a good amount, and definitely use a glitter glue. NYX makes one, it's awesome. Use that for the shimmer shades that are in all 4 of these palettes. I think that is going to work so much better. I just went in with a damp makeup brush, and while that worked for me, I still got quite a bit of fallout. So next time I reach for these, I'm definitely gonna grab my NYX glitter glue and use it that way. I thought that the matte shades, they all blended so well. I will say that the purple shade in the Pretty palette, it's super pigmented, so it did take a little bit more work to blend it out, but at first I thought it was getting maybe a little bit patchy, but it didn't. It blended out and then it blended into this amazing shade right here. Wow, that was a look. I wasn't expecting to create something that deep and rich, but I mean, that's just the way that you can go with this palette. And actually with all the palettes, you can build them up or you can use the lighter shades. That's what I like, that you get depth in the palette. That goes from light to deep, and there's, you know, good shades in between. Majority of the palettes are gonna have 2 shimmer shades, with the exception of the one I just used, the Neutral palette. This one has 3 corresponding shimmer shades. This is a beautiful neutral palette. I love this look I was able to create with it. Nice little neutral palette. Let's talk about the first palette I used, which was Sunset. Sunset has 2 shimmer shades. This is the most textured shimmer of the 2, and then these 4 amazing matte shades. Nice range in this palette. If you're looking for a nice orange palette, but you don't want it to be overly orange, this might be something to consider, Sunset. And then last but not least, Wealthy. This is the one I was looking forward to the most because it is a green palette. Perfect ratio of matte and shimmer shades. I think they picked the perfect shades for the matte shades, and I love the 2 shimmer shades. I mean, this one right here, you only need a little bit. It is crazy pigmented, as you can see right here on the inner corner. Amazing green palette, just an amazing collection. This is the second time that I try Colored Raine in the last 2 months, and the other collection I picked up was the Botanical collection, and that collection included 2 neutral rosy toned eyeshadow palettes, and I had a great experience with them, as well as, you know, the lip products that came in that collection, because I did pick up the entire collection. With this collection, all I saw was that they released 4 eyeshadow palettes. I didn't see like any corresponding blushes, which I did get blushes. You know, I forgot to do that. I forgot to pull out those Colored Raine cream blushes that came in the Botanical collection, and I do believe that collection is still in stock. So I'll have everything linked in the description box, and you can just browse through the Colored Raine website and pick up what you want. The entire collection right here, the Chic collection, retails for $63, but if you only want to buy 1 palette or 2, they are $16 individually. So let me know your thoughts, guys. I'm giving this collection 2 thumbs up. I loved it. So beautiful. And guys, I'm really getting into 6-pan palettes. I'm really getting a feel for them. I'm liking them better rather than larger palettes. I mean, I'm thinking now maybe anything over 12 is a bit unnecessary, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to buy a larger palette. I still am, but there's something special. There's something special about a little 6-pan palette. It's versatile while not being overwhelming. So let me know your thoughts. So let me know what you think of this collection. Are you going to be picking anything up? Are you going to pass? Did you even know it came out? Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.